기특하군요.
Hello to all the amazing people, TheNeomare here, and welcome to another episode of Limbus Company. Also, welcome to all those who are first time on this channel. I have many playlists, a long playlist with many different games I really like, so you can go explore, find them, enjoy them, and if you do, don't forget to subscribe. As for this video, if you want to watch the Limbus Company playthrough from the start, you can find its playlist in the comments and description of this video. Otherwise, sit back, relax, and enjoy as we continue driving through the chapter 4 here. And well, like the video if you like it. Huzzah! Anyway, we got chapter 4.26 now. Well, we are almost halfway through, so it's going pretty good here. I'm wrecking through everything, still looking for a challenge, so we'll see. 4.26, a red line, story time, let's go. Now that the Rose Panel workshop fixers are defeated, it's time to question Shreen. She stands still and watches the situation unfold without a hint of panic. Right, so let's see what that's all about. Is she with them? Is she not? What is she planning? Well, alright then, care to give us an explanation, Shreen? Shreen blankly looks at Dongrang, her face wooden as she's forgotten how to make expressions. Well, I guess she didn't plan for her friends to get destroyed, right? So we're in SK, the LC branch interior. We are trying to take it back from some terrorists, and we had traitors in our ranks, and Shreen here is apparently the one to blame. Since when did you join their side? You really are something. You don't even act surprised. Ha! Employees that can be brought back to life without the ampules, huh? This wasn't in the plans. It's not fair. Oh. Well, sucks for her. So she had a plan. She brought ampules which instead of healing people, kill people. But my group of sinners, I bring them back to life by using my clock. So her plan failed. So she's like, this is unfair. How could they? Yeah, well, life's not fair, Shreen. When I asked why you volunteered to follow me at the laboratory, you told me this. 3 of my co-workers died. 5 of us died in that attack. 3 is the number of casualties the Technology Liberation Alliance suffered. Oh. Oh, she mistakenly exposed herself. Oh, snap. So the Technology Liberation Alliance are the terrorists that we are fighting. So she accidentally blundered out who their real allies are. Oh, nice catch, Dongrang. Nice catch. So you knew it all along, but you didn't tell us? Hey, what? Oh, and I checked your network history too. You did what? You're allowed to do that? So they keep telling you it takes a full day and a night after to name all the benefits of the best employee. That's stupid. Best stripe again. I saw that you exchanged tons of mail with Ran even after she left. What was it about? You wouldn't reply to a single one, and I sent asking to go grab coffee together. I do suppose you respected Ran a lot ever since you joined. Even your password was set. Miss you, Ran. How about that? Wait, is this all true? I don't understand. K-Corp's research institutes are the best workplace you can ask for. As a scientist, it's a stable job, cares about employee well-being, and has the limelight of the academy. But why would you turn your back on it and collude with those terrorists? I saw you as a researcher with a promising future. You had a long way to go compared to Mr. Dongrang, but still. This dude behaves like a manager. Isn't he a secretary of Dongrang's? Yeah, Shreen, why don't you say it yourself? Why did you decide to collude with them? The tears wouldn't stop. You know what that means, right? We couldn't hear the rest of what Shreen tried to say. At first it looked like a thin red line was drawn on her body. Then we realized that it wasn't just a line. Hey, Shreen. Cut clean in half, fluid splashed from the severed hemispheres of her brain, as if to convey that regeneration ampules won't heal this. Shut your mouth and keep still, don't even breathe. Wait, what? Ryushu killed her? But we wanted to find out the answer. Oh, Ryushu. You're worse than Don Quixote, you know that? Ugh. The people who slew Shreen along with the wall behind her without letting even their footsteps be heard were... Oh, it wasn't Ryushu? Ishmael. Fixers inanely trading shadows. I'll give you the honor of being called Fixers inanely trading shadows. So it wasn't Ryushu. It was like some fixers in the shadows. Okay, so they're... how do you say it? Cutting the loose ends? Yes? Fixers who work like that would belong to She Association. Are we fighting She Association now? Oh boy. Association of fixers that exclusively take assassination requests. They most likely aren't the ones we could easily fight and defeat. It depends on how much they paid and what section are they from, but in this case, seeing that only Ryushu was able to pick up hints of their presence, they most certainly won't be amateurs from section 5 or 6. Oh, assassin. Miss Shreen, why? Gone already. Ryushu clicked her tongue and complained about the assassin's retreat, even though I couldn't hear or see them at all. How ridiculous, torn by inner conflict. Senior researcher Ran was Shreen's mentor when she first joined the firm. It looks like their bond lasted much longer than I thought. You see, Dante, we were peers working for the same firm, and there's still collusion and fraternity. Betrayal, division, connivance. It happens in any group of people. I guess it's an inescapable cycle. No, it's not gonna happen to us. Quit hinting at this game. No. My sinners, we trust them with my life. They are a bunch of no gooders, but they are honest. I'm not sure there is any point in telling me this. Say, how much do you trust your sinners? I trust them with my whole heart. I'm sorry, what? You know virtually nothing about them, do you? Much like how I couldn't know everything about Shreen, am I wrong? Well, we fought and died many times and we brought them back many times. We have a bond that is unable for you to understand. You don't even know which is the one that has a history with me. I know it's Yi-Sang, I know. But only because 060 told me, but I know. Alright. Well, we have to stay bonded, guys. We have to stay bonded. Don't let these new discoveries fool us. Reunion. Okay, so we finally get the reunion between the Yi-Sang and the Drang. Assassins claimed Shreen's life. Dongrang didn't appear too shocked by her death, even though they had joined the wing at the same time. He says internal conflict is like a cycle of some kind. How much trust do I have in the sinners and how much trust do they have in me? With questions I won't be able to answer, be headed for the place where the golden bow resonated. So yeah, halfway through the chapter 4, yay! Well, after this story segment. Looks like we're almost there. I can sense the golden bows resonating nearby. It appears we are nearing the target location. That's good. The photos and awards I left should be still there. Classified research documents as well, Mr. Dongrang. Yi-Sang picks up an ampule Shreen dropped from the floor and carefully examines it. How kind of you. You didn't have to pick it up. It's the same. This regeneration ampule. Its number abides by the same rule as the decay ampules that was forcibly administered to Miss Ishmael in the earlier scuffle between K-Corp's brawlers and invading machines. That's what's called a serial code. It's a unique string of numbers to categorize ampules. Ones that start with an O are original. Wait, why am I explaining this again? Original. Identical to the decay ampule injected to Miss Ishmael, so it suggests that its essence was no different from that of the regeneration ampule. This series of regeneration ampules, well, how do I say it? It's undiluted solution. It's not exactly like the commercially available ones. What are you thinking right now? Nothing. When did you first recognize me? Since you showed us the chickens in the captivity. I would have sufficed to give your visitors a cursory tour, yet you insisted on showing your personal laboratory. You're right. I don't know about the others, but I wanted to see the demonstrable proof of my success. I'm still sad though. You probably had plenty of time to express your joy of reuniting with this old friend of yours. It is my thought that I no longer have companions by my side. You haven't changed. You've always enjoyed keeping precious things in bottles and watching them. And you were intent on releasing and showing them. Did those say companions? I must say, Yisang, many reunions with thy companions do await thee in this journey. In an expedition past, the air one wearing a tinted eyewear did confront thee. Okay, well, we can always have a nice aneurysm while reading what Don Quixote has to say. Aha, so you already had a reunion to celebrate. No wonder you're being so detached with me. How troubling for you, though. Looks like there'll be another you have to face. How do you mean? I thought everyone had made their escape thanks to Shrin's snitching, but I suppose that wasn't the case. Are you a traitor as well? Someone walks in, no it's not, exuding a suffocatingly thick scent of flowers. Holding a bright golden branch in her hand, an object now familiar to me. She had a worn monochrome photograph in her other hand. It's the photograph. Only one of this shot remains in the world now. So many old friends, and not one to greet me with delight. Won't you give that picture back to me? It may not look like it, but it's a cherished treasure of mine. Mr. Dongrang, you shouldn't get close to her. It's dangerous. All troops, do not carelessly approach her. The golden bull may be destroyed. I agree with it. Faust will come with a way to retrieve it in no time. Shh, why do we keep running into problems that a good pummeling can solve? This is right infuriating. Everyone yells and shouts with their own goal in mind. Regardless of the noise, the person with the golden bow steadily walks this way. However, instead of going for Dongrang, that piquant and fragrant smell made me feel as though the ground was sinking. She plunged the golden bow in her hand into Yisang's chest, and Yisang collapsed on the ground. I didn't think you would end up choosing him before my eyes. Yisang! You can't have this back. A photograph is nothing more than a taxidermied moment. Dongback. Okay. Even while drenched in blood, the golden bow still glows, contrasting the golden dazzle. Okay, let's see. A group of researchers. Well, one of them is probably Dongrang, one of them is probably Yisang, and one of them is probably Dongback. The faded monochrome photograph slowly falls to the floor. I wouldn't dare to try to recognize who's who though, so yeah. Right. Another story. Dongbaek's unexpected attack pierced Yisang's chest. Binding time would heal the wound, but will it really fill the hole in his heart? I had no way to know what dream Yisang would have been dreaming, resting with his eyes closed. Well, we need to get him back though, so... Revive him! Thinking back to those days, I felt as though I had been afloat all the time then. Yes, I was enduring life with the feeling of flying in the sky. Thus, I had been living without knowing for certain if I truly had wings or if I was mere half it. Dongrang, Yisang, did you stay up all night working on your research again? I keep telling you, skip sleep will get you killed. Dongback, he's something else. Remember how he'd forget to eat or sleep when he got into something? He can't be helped, Dongback. So, what do you plan to show us at this Illuminators conference? I can't help but look forward to something you've been working on tirelessly in your room. This time, I have made something I call the mirror. Just, it has always remained unclear. Unsure if I regret that day or reminisce it fondly. Yisang, you alright? Yisang's eyes slowly opened. Their lives are so easily light, so easily recoverable. I see. You have reversed my death as you always do. A flash of light burst out of the golden bull right as it pierced his chest, blinding everyone for a moment, and Dongbag had disappeared in the meantime. The smiles the people in the photograph made at each other were nowhere to be seen now. and Dongran cast his eyes into emptiness, reviewing the situation we got into. I'm sure Dongbag's plan was to stab me. Shreen and Ran probably told her that I brought help from the outside, but she couldn't have known that Yi-sang would be one of them. Ah, so you've brought Yi-sang here on purpose. Are you asking if I minded him as a meat shield, knowing that I'd be ambushed? As excellent as my ability to predict courses of events is, I'm no prophet. Are you not, though? Either way, things went in our favor. The assault was clearly made with intent to kill. What did you just... You can't be serious. A colleague of ours got stabbed to death for your boss, and you're talking like everything went well? Well, yeah, because Yi-sang can be brought back and Dongran can't. So, besides, it's me who puts the clock back and endures the pain of it, so Gregor, why are you complaining? It's not our responsibility to compensate for any injuries, is it? If this has left psychological scars, you are free to demand compensation, but please know that the procedures will be rather complex. No, my problem is with how you're describing this whole... Leave it to the matter there. I do not feel an ounce of pain, so I have no need to pursue this matter further. When I turn the clock, every consequence is reversed. Torn clothing, bloodied stains, even the smallest scars are undone. But that doesn't make the cause of those damages something that never happened. Which is why I have to ask. Are you sure you're okay, Yi-sang? Yi-sang shut down my last attempt to inquire with a simple yes. So I couldn't try again until now. But that man named Gubo had no problem raising his weapon against Yi-sang while claiming to be his compatriot. I see. You must have been rather curious. This time he didn't seem to have any intent to dodge my question. I was once part of an organization named the League of Nine. Gubo, Dongrang and Dongbag, the one who stabbed my chest, those faces you have seen were members of it as well, manager. However, they disbanded and scattered one day. Each of us was flown away into our own path. That was all there was to it. Ah, that feels like your story's missing a ton of details, you know? You broke up cause things happened and now you're pointing knives at each other. Like, is that it? Or maybe they were never friends after all. It was no more than a moment. I believe my testimony to be apt for a time as transient as that. He started talking a lot. He hasn't turned into a chatterbox just yet, but I had the feeling that he'd soon become more talkative. I was reminded of Faust mentioning once that he was never really the quiet sort. Are you really sure you're okay, Yi-sang? I have always been okay. If that was his true nature, then this might not be a bad thing. Still, my feelings say that I should care for his well-being. From your recent memory, have you had any particularly happy or painful moments or something like that? You're devoting an unusual degree of attention to me today. While it does not please me, I will give you an answer since your demeanor is quite unlike the usual. If I were to choose one, the happiest occasion in recent memory would be when we held an Illuminators conference. And the most hopeless one would be at the forest where I first met you. Oh snap! The very moment my life resumed when I was certain that it had ended there, another such moment is now. I am once again realizing that this regeneration is ever so flawless, unchanging. I hope that sates your curiosity. Now, should we not be on our way? I see a long road ahead of us. Yes, 27 more chapters, let's go! As he walked again, I could almost see it. Although the wound was perfectly erased, there was still a hole in his chest, wide open with no signs of mending. Oh, I mean, not chapters, 27 more story fragments? Great! Yi-sang came back to his senses as though nothing happened. Meanwhile, Samjo's phone starts ringing incessantly. Incessantly? I don't know that word, dude. Like, they got me there. Oh dear. It seems a radio communication device was installed in this branch. His phone was intensely vibrating as though the coal set it on fire. Yes, I understand. I'll return right away. It seems that the laboratory has been raided again. There are apparently more terrorists this time, on a fiercer offense than before. Okay, let's go back and defend it then. So the combination earlier was a distraction to keep us here. This could have been easily prevented if it weren't for your collusion. Otis lashed out in frustration. It does feel rather strange. I think this is the first time we're going through a Lobotomy Corp branch without facing a single abnormality. That's true indeed. Those we did see were resting still in their eggs. The founders from Tech Liberation whatever must have got some way to put abnormalities in their eggs without lifting a hand, eh? Though we will have to see the details with our own eyes. If they really do have the technology to revert abnormalities into their inactive forms, it's certain that they possess the technologies to achieve more. Well, sounds like you've got to look up, Dongrang, but Miss Faust isn't the one to say ominous stuff for nothing, you know. It will work out somehow. In our group is E.G.O Corp's most successful researcher, and better yet, two of the greatest geniuses in the city. So I think he considers himself the best researcher, and Faust being the one of two greatest geniuses in the city. Alright. Well, a way to think high of yourself, right? Okay, constellations. Okay, let's do at least one fight in this episode. Oh, there is enough time. The E.G.O Corp laboratory was unexpectedly attacked. It seems that the Technology Liberation Alliance has acquired the ability to revert abnormalities to eggs. We hurried back to the building. Right, let's not forget to take the support. And there we go. Lifetimes too. I should probably try that out just to see how it looks. The battle! More robots? As soon as we got back to the lobby, we could see the panic-struck employees run before Dongrang and Samjo. Mr. Dongrang, a moment, please! Haha, you've all turned pale. Pardon me for a moment. The situation looks pretty tense. It's kinda awkward to stand still like this. As I meandered in the lobby murmuring meaningless things to myself, Don Quixote scuttled to a shelf. Oh, what manner of books are these? The pictures glitter brightly. Sounding a merry hum, she picked up a storybook. I picked at the book she opened. Yesang also turned his gaze towards the book, possibly bothered by something about it. Soon a golden haze unfolded. Once upon a time, when everyone had their heads down and eyes fixed on the ground, there was a person who looked up into the sky. In their eyes were twinkling stars, connecting the nameless stars no one else would look at. The person gave them names and made up stories for them as they liked. Stories are like skeins of thread without an end. They are drawn and woven together in an effort to find meaning from meaninglessness. All kinds of stories in the world, happy and sad, circled in the night sky. Then one day, the person's family fell deeply sick, their life nearing its end. Like any other day, the person spoke into the sky about the grief they felt. And then, a droplet of water fell onto the person's head. Looking up, the person found the constellation talking to them. Dear person who named me and gave me a story, thank you. I was cast onto the land and pushed by the flow of time, filling the world in full. Did you know that the stars can grant wishes? The tears I shed will clear you of your pain. Afterwards, a rain fell onto the world for a day and a half. Well, didn't Shreen mention something about the tears not stopping or something like that? Everyone caught in the rain was all healed up. The person's little family recovered to health. The person's ill family recovered to health too. Since then, the person and their family, as well as all the residents of the city, have looked up at the sky and talked about happiness every night. That explains it. I read that Nest K has a custom of walking outside without an umbrella to stand in the rain on the night of a certain month every year. Don't tell me, am I alone in this again? Have none of you checked out the pamphlet guide to E.G.O Corp's Nest and Backstreets until now? No one? Oh, that's stink. I used mine to whack some bugs, so I got to get a new one. Does this look like the time to be joking around, Roja? Roja didn't look like she was joking at all, but Ishmael seemed unaware of it. By the way, that story, it feels similar to what the regeneration ampule does, doesn't it? That rain that restores you to health. Yeah, so trying to say it was made from rains dropped by the stars? Wait, wasn't it nanobots and not watery stuff in the first place? What do you think, Faust? I am a woman of science. I prefer judgment based on facts over metaphors. This so-called analysis and interpretation of stars and clouds might be an area Yesang is more familiar with. He's a researcher, like me, but we're not quite the same. We'd better hurry, the situation seems pretty serious. I hear they managed to storm all the way into rooms where experiments are conducted this time. Does this place not seem too peaceful for such a dire predicament? I see nary a man running away. It does appear that there's been an evacuation order. However, as you witnessed last time, this is not the first emergency that occurred this week. They might be worried that evacuation again could disrupt the 70-hour workweek policy. Ooh, that's harsh. 70-hour workweek policy? That's nasty. Working in this kind of place is not easy, huh? I don't get it. How was this attack possible? It didn't seem like a structure that allowed intruders to sneak into the room undetected. We're running short of time, so I'll explain as we go up. Object. Give one reason we should go with you. Indeed, the contract has been fulfilled. That's true, but as much as I want to give the boat to you, it's been taken before our eyes. Huh. Trash. Is this really right? Hey, what does the contract exactly say? I couldn't say. I'm not all too acknowledgeable when it comes to legal matters. Instead of arguing back as usual, Sam just suddenly got busy wiping his glasses. S.A. Mr. Samjo, she wants answers. S.A. Samjo, she says she'll assail you this time. Wrong, I said I'll assail him right now. This is an emergency! An emergency! You should go upstairs, quickly! Let's hurry along for now, Ryushu. I'll show Sangria. I swear it. Samjo urgently sent us upstairs. The hallway that was clean and calm hours ago has now turned into a complete mayhem filled with screams and fleeing people. A researcher was crying and clinging to someone who appeared to be a Liberation Alliance member. Help me, Mr. Dongrang. Please, save me. My staff member is begging for help. Wouldn't you consider letting them go? It's an intelligence you want, I'll give it to you. We were planning to go out for a staff dinner tomorrow, and the restaurant we booked serves such delicious meat. It'd be rather unfortunate if the smell awaiting us tomorrow came from incense sticks at a funeral instead of meat on a grill. Wouldn't you agree? Intelligent? We have no need for it. Ha, you're walking in unarmed now. What happened to the robots that did the fighting for you, Wimps? We have no need to bring our robots either. I see plenty of useful looking ones here. Are you trying to... We were ordered to access terrorist targets, all parts. Ha, we outnumbered them by a wide margin. It might be a little unfair, but it seems like we won't have any trouble beating them. Well, they have a trick up their sleeves, surely. Mr. Brown's expertise was hijacking machines. She was more experienced in hacking than fighting. Welcome. Here at K-Corp, we value your safety above all else. Ha, wait, what? For everyone's safety, deserters attempting to flee from battle will be injected with a decay ampule according to regulatory rules. The ampule will be launched if you leave the 120-meter radius of the combat area. You are 49 meters away from the perimeter. Shoot. If you do not attack the enemy within the next 5 seconds, the decay ampule will be administered according to regulatory. You have 4 seconds remaining. Oh boy. So they hacked the robots with the decaying ampules and they are using them against us. Wait, are we the enemy now? Damn it, I've got no choice. Oh, so the robots actually coerced the guards to attack us. So the robots flagged us as the enemies. And now the guards have to fight us, otherwise they get injected with the ampules. That's what's going on. Why? I don't want to get hit by the decay ampule. I want to leave. Yeah, they're gonna fight us. Current status, no deserters detected. All status green. Please stand in line for regeneration ampules. I see. They're weighing their lives with ours, unlike we do. Please, permit us to engage. Got it. Alright, so we fight my nemesis again. The first ever fight I didn't manage to do was against these dudes, so yeah. So let's see, we have a stiffened K-Corp checkpoint security, okay. Terrified K-Corp checkpoint security, so they're not in the best shape. And they have a robot with them. Hacked K-Corp regeneration drone. Unclushable. On use. Target allies healed by damage number, deals no damage. On use. Target allies give 1 protection against a random affinity, deals no damage. So they have a person who buffs them. Okay. But okay, only if they have the attack. Okay, well, in any case, it's not an abnormality fight, so there's very little we can choose here. They don't seem to have a lot of HP, so it probably should be fine, but we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, my throat's a little bit sour. Like these episodes where there's so much story to be read, and yeah. So I'm actually looking forward to a nice break after this fight. But okay, so we are back. We found a little bit more about the whole situation. Yi-Sang died, got revived. Yeah, just kill the robot so it can heal them. Let's go. I find it really nice that Yi-Sang is like the main protagonist here, and that also we have a very powerful ID of his. Before that, so many coincidences in this playthrough. I hope you do enjoy it. I like it very much. I know I would if I watched this instead of playing. Back in my days when I watched a lot of YouTube, like finding a nice long series of a playthrough where you can just binge watch it over and over again. It's like, it's pure bliss, really. And nothing's worse when you finish a series and there is no more, and then you try to find something of the same quality, of the same atmosphere, but you just can't. I mean, yes, you can watch the other stuff from the same YouTuber, but it's never just the same, isn't it? Like, it's never just the same. Hit it! Hit the robot! Hit it! The hijacked robot. Yeah, so far it seems this fight is very, very easy, so... Okay. Guard! Activate HP bullet. So yeah, the whole idea of these is that they're actually like really, really tanky and healy, but I grew a lot since the last time we fought these guys, so I don't know if they're actually exactly the same guys. They look the same. The robots are new though, so this is just the first introductory fight. I'm sure they're gonna have even more HP, be even more bulky, and well, eventually we're gonna start struggling. Hopefully, I was promised challenge. God damn it. Alright, well, that's it for this fight. Alright, and that's probably it for this video as well. Hopefully you did enjoy it. If you did, don't forget to like. But let's see if there's a little bit more story at the end of it. No, there actually isn't. So yeah, have a wonderful day. Do something nice. And let's make the world a better place together. Thank you all for watching. And I will see you in the next episode of Limbus Company. Chapter 4, here we come. A little bit more than halfway done. Yay! TheNeomare signing out. Bye bye.